All of that. Alternate side parking rules are in effect today, citywide. Suki?
Thank you so much, Caitlin. It's 6:48 on this Monday. All right, I don't know if you watched it, but boy, was it a close game. It was really a nail-biter. Team USA yesterday, they battled it out with Portugal. The end score 2-2. So what does that all mean? Because all of us are learning what, really World Cup soccer is about.
Yeah, we're all trying to get out of this group. We're trying to move on to the next round. So where do we stand? Mike Baker is joining us this morning. He's a sports editor of DailyNational.com. Good morning. Good seeing you again.
Good seeing you.
All right, so let's just go to the moment that just crushed so many spirits. Let's roll that tape. We're ahead. People are cheering. We're going to win this big victory. We're going to move on. And then Portugal does this. There we go. There it is. I mean, all right. So what's your take on this moment?
It's heartbreaking in the sense that they had it wrapped up. They were looking into the next round. They were looking against a game against Germany where if they would have held on and won 2-1, they could have taken a step back and almost taken it easy. You saw how hot it was at this venue. They had a water break at the 35-minute mark.
Yeah.
It was just so hot, so draining. Coming back on Thursday, it's going to be an even tougher match now against Germany. They could have just held on for that extra 30 seconds. You're looking at a completely different World Cup scenario for them.
All right, so let's talk about Jeremy Jones. He had a great game.
He had a terrific game. He came back, scored that goal, 1-1. Just couldn't put another one past. Michael Bradley had some chances.
Yeah.
Clint Dempsey had some chances. He was able to put them ahead 2-1, but they had so many chances right on their doorstep time after time. Michael Bradley, who had that miscue at midfield that allowed the 2-2 goal to happen, had an open net, and Portugal was able to
tell everybody,
put it
tell
away.
the viewers, what's next now? I mean, is Team USA, are they going to add, because we were talking about the point system in the beginning when you were giving us the whole 101.
Yeah.
So what's next?
So the point system gets a little bit weird in the sense that you get 3 for a win, 1 for a tie. U.S. got 1 for a tie against Portugal. So if they play against Germany and they draw, which could be a scenario because of the way that the styles match up very well, but if they lose, then you get into a situation where you're looking at the other game, Ghana against Portugal. It gets really complicated if the U.S. loses and Portugal wins, because then you get goal differential. And as we talked about last week,
is crazy.
That's where it gets a little bit crazy.
But didn't they lose 4-0, right?
Portugal lost to Germany 4-0, so it would take almost an astronomical effort for Portugal to overtake the U.S. It would take,
so that's good.
It would take a rout of Ghana by Portugal and the U.S. winning by losing by multiple goals to Germany.
So just if you're going to throw out a percentage for our likelihood of moving on, what would you say right now?
I would say the percentage is
60?
Let's call it 65.
65%. I like that. I like that a lot.
Listen, I know they want us to wrap, but you got to talk about Melo really quickly and becoming a free agent. What do you think about that?
$30 million is the difference between him leaving the Knicks and staying with the Knicks. Also a championship. So is that championship probably higher, unfortunately, for New York fans if he leaves the Knicks? So whether that championship is worth $30 million to him, that's what we're going to see over these next couple weeks.
Yeah, I think it's worth $30 million for him. I think he's been watching it. Yeah, so I'm sorry. What are you yelling about?
She's saying don't count him out. She's saying he could stay. We'll talk more about it. Mike,
I think he's going to stay.
I hope you're right.
30 million reasons
really hope
to
30
stay.
million reasons to stay.
It's good seeing you as always. And for continuing coverage of all things World Cup, be sure to go to pix11.com/World Cup.
Oh, gosh. 6:52 on this Monday. Will your rent increase this year? Well, if you have a rent-stabilized apartment, it might actually not. We've got the details on the freeze that's coming up.
Then, curtailing summer spending. Find out how to catch those extra expenses that creep up during the warmer months. Annie Adler, we're not counting you out.
Thank you very much. What am I yelling over there? I'm yelling, don't count him out yet.